Oh, let's go. Oh. Alright, I'm super excited. We got a new deck to show off today. This is my Yasuo Lee Sin deck. I've been playing this deck. It's super fun, man. So this is the list. We'll just run through it quickly. Basically, it revolves. If you don't know Yasuo, when he stuns or when you stun or recall something, he does 2 damage to it, and he levels up when you stun or recall 5 units. And then he just strikes things when you stun or recall them, right? And his spell card is this thing, it just stuns an attacking enemy. So basically, the whole deck revolves around Yasuo. It revolves around leveling him up and using his ability to just wipe out the enemy units off the board. Super, super nice. So I'll run through the entire list and we'll talk about how the cards all work together. We've got Guile in here. Guile is just a 1 mana slow card and you can stun an enemy. This is nice for stalling out the early game and it synergizes really nicely with our Deep Meditation because we need to cast 2 spells in the last round to activate this, so this cost gets reduced. And this is our draw engine, so Guile works really nicely with that and it just helps us proc Yasuo and get a lot of nice stuns and damage out on the enemy. So I really like this card. We got 3 Ravenous Flock in here. Super nice. Once the enemy's stunned, you're going to be able to do 4 damage to it, or if they're even damaged, it works as well. So this can help you finish off big units if you hit them once with the Yasuo. I really, really like this card. It's just super powerful. 4 damage is absolutely insane. And this synergizes nicely with Deep Med once again. All of these cheap spells synergize very nicely with Deep Med and Lee Sin as well, because Lee Sin is going to level up once you cast 7 spells, and you get to proc his abilities once you cast spells too. We got 3 recalls in here. This is really nice against Ezreal decks and to protect our minions and also proc Yasuo. Really underrated thing about this spell too is the interaction with Concussive Palm. So with Concussive Palm, you stun an enemy, summon a Tail of the Dragon. And if you didn't know, Tail of the Dragon actually has this passive himself called When I'm Recalled, transform me into Concussive Palm. So you can get sick value out of this. Just keep bouncing back and forth between the two, recalling him and then getting the stun, recalling, getting the stun, and you're basically just generating this card for yourself. So it's really, really nice. We got Faye Blade Twiller in here. She's going to ramp up really quickly with all the stuns in our deck. Every time you stun a recall unit, you're going to get +2, +0, and she's got quick attack too. So excellent card when we have the attack token. Really, really nice little 2-drop in the deck for us. We have 3 Steel Tempest. Steel Tempest, you're going to stun an attacking enemy. This recently got buffed from 3 mana down to 2. Happens at fast speed, helps us start out the game, and synergizes nicely with Yasuo and Deep Meditation. Arachnoid Sentry is just a 3-drop here. He's got a bit of a body, and he has a play effect that synergizes perfectly with our deck. Great combo is Arachnoid into Ravenous Flock, and you can take down something, and then you have a nice little attack for yourself. So really, really nice there. We got a one-off Katarina in the deck. I really like Katarina in this deck. When she strikes, she's going to recall, and this actually synergizes nicely with the Fey Blade Dwellers and helps level up our Yasuo, which is super cool. You also get a Blade's Edge when you play her, so this is going to synergize nicely with Lee Sin and Deep Meditation. And once she's leveled up, you can rally and start really dealing out some punishment. If you've managed to wipe out the enemy's board and you get this Katarina down and level her up, you can rally a couple of times and end the game. So really, really nice. I love this card. I only run a one of because I have Lee Sin in here. I didn't feel like I needed the full 3 Lee Sin because his spell card is super heavy. So if you draw a couple, it can be really awkward. So just 2 Lee Sin and 1 Katarina. We have 3 of Concussive Palm in here. This might be my favorite card in the deck. Well, apart from Yasuo. My favorite spell in the deck for sure. You stun an enemy, summon a Tail of Dragon. Generally, you want to use this. You don't want to wait for them to attack to use this, guys. You want to, when they develop, you can stun, and then you're going to generate this chump blocker as well, and then you can block into something or perhaps recall it then. So this is really great to punish development from the enemy. Oftentimes, you do need to use it on the attack. Like if they open attack, you just need to stun something to help live, but really, really nice. We got 2 Deny here. Deny is just really nice. It will help against the Harrowing. It's going to help against all the Ezreal decks, so really clutch. And it helps our game plan with protecting our Yasuo and, taking over the board like that. In this deck, you really want to be protecting Yasuo. Try not to play him without protection, or at least have a plan. Like Yasuo, at least if you have like 1 mana, you can recall him. Or, maybe you want this something like this, Spirit's Refuge. It's going to give you barrier and lifesteal. This card's going to help us heal up and also helps protect our Yasuo, help protect our Katarina. So you really want to, the deck revolves around Yasuo, you really want to protect this guy. You don't want to play him without having a plan, right? So that's the main thing. Onto Yasuo. So like we said, need to protect him, but once you get him leveled up, and you can level him up so quickly in this deck because we have Guile, which is really cheap. It really and these recalls, it really you can level him up like turn 5. He's or even sometimes turn 4. You can come down. He's already leveled. Really really nice. And then once he's leveled up, he just strikes everything. The animation's super cool. Just really really fun. Uh, but yeah, always have a plan for protecting Yasuo when you play him. That's the main thing. Whether it's Deny, whether it's Spirit's Refuge, whether you're just going to recall him and then play him next turn. Always have a plan for how to use him and protect him. We got Deep Man in here. This is our draw engine. We got a lot of cheap spells so we can proc this. This happens at burst speed. Often we can go fishing for stuff. So and we can thin out our deck to look for our Yasuo. So really, really nice in here. We got 2 intimidating rolls. Stun all enemies with 4 or less power. This is 5 mana, but if you have this and Yasuo on the board, you can stun the entire board and you just start slashing at them with the Yasuo's ability. And often this will just insta-level Yasuo, so really, really nice. We got 1 Will of Ionia in here. I might even go up to 2. Will's been really good, especially against all the Endure that's been popping up. So I really, really like it. Will is a super nice card. We'll keep playtesting this, but yeah, you just really nice. Just recall a unit, nice and simple, really powerful on some of these big units like They Who Endure, Sejuani, stuff like that. So really, really nice. We got 2 Lee Sin in here. Lee Sin is really nice. Comes down as a 6 drop, and you can use him to challenge things. You can use him to, kick things into the enemy, and you have access to this Dragon Rage. So super, super fun. Love playing with this card. We got 1 Yone in here. He's got these staggering strikes. You're going to be able to stun 2 enemies, and synergizes really nicely with Yasuo once you get them down on the board. Really fun to play Yone with Yasuo as well. The thematics of it right there is super fun. And then as our finisher, I might even cut down to 1, but we've got Captain Farron in here. Sometimes it can be hard just to punch through that last little bit of damage, especially because we are very susceptible to chump blockers in this deck. So I've got 2 Captain Farron in here. If I find this to be a little bit heavy, I might cut down to 1 and go to 2 Will. But for now, I'm leaving it at 2 because it's just a nice finisher to end the game. We just get a couple of decimates, boom boom, game's over. So that's the deck, guys. Alright guys, let's jump into a game here. We're up against Storm. We're playing on NA Masters, and we'll try and showcase this deck. He's playing that Machine Gun Ezreal, or maybe you might know it as Zombie Ezreal. Gonna be a pretty hard matchup for us, I would say, just because he's kind of the king of late game. And man, I might want to deep med next turn just to protect my Yasuo. We don't want to play too many minions and let him level up his Ezreal easily.
I go where the road takes me.
So just going to go for the Thermo straight up on this. We're just going to recall him and get him back in our hand. So these recalls are super useful. His Thermo's gone. He just wasted all of his mana.
Put on me mask, secure me tail, start the day.
Yeah, we can even go Katarina here. Next time we're going to be at turn 6. I want enough mana for Yasuo and Deny, so I'm not going to use that Blade's Edge just there.
Quick as the blade.
Sleep is for the guiltless.
So we've got double quick attack minions on the board. This is quite the juicy Deny. It's really worth this because it's going to stop 2 Ezreal procs. And then we got the second one in hand, right? So I could just Mystic this now, yeah. She does.
Some things never dull.
Nah, so let's just get the attack in there.
Arr, arr.
I'm gonna take the hit. I don't like taking the hit. But sometimes you gotta. I'm gonna try and level my Yasuo. See what he wants to do here. So that's quite a lot invested onto my Yasuo here. Quite a lot indeed. I'm thinking about just deny. I might need to deny for the harrowing. I'll try and save him here. If he has thermo beam, it's like
Even I have good days.
it is what it is.
Quick footwork, fast strikes.
Don't let the fluffy tails fool you.
Fluffy tails indeed. So am I just intimidating? I could roll this. I could lease in and then flock. It's probably as good a roar as we're gonna get. He just rummaged away a harrowing. Oh, so he's very scared of that Fey Blade Swirler there popping off.
I follow only one path.
Alright, let's go. So he's got a thermo there. We're just going to flock our own Yasuo here. It's going to stop one proc of the Ezra, which is very worth it.
Fallen leaf.
Very, very worth it for us. And we got this nice, cheap, deep med.
The dragon spirit away.
Alright. So I got leveled up Lee Sin down. I'm going to play him first so I can deep med afterwards. And then possibly I might need the barrier. Like if he wants to thermo this.
Conflict is all in the mind. I will not hold back. My lands need me. Don't let the fluffy tails fool you.
So he's got a Ruination here. I could let this go. And save my deny for the harrowing. But he's got no Ezreal's dead yet. His Ezreal isn't leveled. And I've got good pressure on board.
Conflict is all in the mind. Strike firmly.
The world's a big place. Let's see all of it.
So,
Watch
another
and
deep
learn.
med. We might actually just deep med first here.
Conflict is all in the mind. I'll see this through.
Yeah, so we get a Steel Tempest. I think I prefer that. This is really nice just being able to stun it.
Here's our chance.
Oh, so we have Yasuo as well.
My lands need me.
What are the chances of second Ruination?
Death is like the wind, always by my side.
Pretty low, right? If he has second Ruination, it is what it is.
Strike firmly.
You're between me and glory.
So he's down to 5. Kind of scary if he has Rekindler here. Maybe this is Static Shock. So he's got one Ezreal dead right now. Okay, I'm guessing he has other Ezreal in hand then.
Firing. Fooled him.
Ooh, we have Farron now. So he needs to kill us this turn. Or maybe he kills us.
Don't blink or you'll miss me.
The problem is if we
One shot, all skill.
we can't decimate, right? Problem is if he's got a Ruination. I think the way we do this, we can take this. Even if he does 2, he can't one-shot us. It's safer to do the... This is fine. This plays around Ruination.
Charge!
So we can just decimate on the open next turn.
Conflict is all in the mind.
And he doesn't have time for harrowing.
They don't know what they're up against.
He doesn't have enough cards to one-shot me from this HP, so we're okay. Yeah. We got him. The only thing that would have saved him is like double grasp. So see Yasuo already. You'd love to see it. Will of Ionia, I do like. Just because it matches up really nicely into Endure, Concussive Palm, and Flock. Man, am I going to keep this whole hand? It's a really slow start, but Concussive and Flock can be really nice on Callista on turn 3. The problem is I don't have, like if he had the attack token on turn 3, I might keep it. But I'm not being that threatened on 3. Oh, okay. Not being that threatened by it until turn 4, unless he has like the nuts, which is like, okay. I was gonna say it's like Bark Beast into Ravenous Butcher, and they just pop off super hard with that high roll start. It doesn't look like he's got it here, so we could be okay.
No, 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 no.
Can see the Debastian border from here.
It's just a Sentry. Very slow start from us.
If they're out there, I'll spot them.
Very, very slow start. He hasn't popped the, Unfortunately, I gotta use this now. It's just too much, too much coming in. I think I'll even flock it as well. I don't really like this, but,
Alert the village!
not my favorite play. It's just representing a bit too much damage.
We shall not rest until all betrayers pay.
I go where the road takes me.
So we get to develop our Yas now.
I must get out of here.
So I'm just gonna block this damage. And recall this. This is gonna avoid giving him the card from the Sentry. It's gonna recall this, and really nice little interaction there. Turns it back into Concussive Palm.
One blade, one purpose.
Neverglade comes down.
Ready the torches.
Neverglade gets really scary. I'm gonna do the same thing once again. Because it's gonna proc out a deep med, right? And then I get another stun for next turn. And we're at 3 out of 5 on Yas. So pretty nice, pretty nice.
Bow to no one.
Ooh. So I'm just gonna do this right here. Get this Yasuo going.
Destiny waits.
We get to level, which is pretty sweet. Now we have our tail here. Can block some damage.
Ride onward.
No, 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 no!
Your attack is obvious.
Just gonna block here. I don't want to give him the card. I'm gonna stun Sedge. Just to save our Yasuo.
Asedio!
This Neverglade is hurting though, for sure.
At last, I have found you.
Yone. Turn
This Yone is
back
pretty
while you
sick.
can.
He may just glimpse. Oh, let's go. Oh. You'd love to see that combo. Oh, he's just gonna go for the Vile Feast, huh?
A misstep.
Some things never done.
So we need to get these minions off the board eventually.
Look out for Reavers.
They're pretty safe from Atrocity, like from that he'll endure next turn, because we got this Will in hand. Just want to thin out his board a little bit.
Take a look at this.
So we just get to guile this. Get rid of it. Get out of here. Those Neverglades, man. Oh, I love Yasuo. Just gonna look for maybe a Steel Tempest here. Which we do get, which is really nice.
Dishonorable.
I alone decide my fate.
Haseki!
So we just need to
Contain magic.
need to be careful of this Endure now. We do have answers, right? Like we got nice answers. He's keeping topped up pretty well though. Definitely keeping topped up very well.
Big blade for a little warrior.
Underestimate me. I dare you.
Don't mind developing here. It's only got 3 cards in hand.
Wait.
I'm a little scared of the Endure that's coming
Now who's
eventually.
got the upper hand?
It's got so many chump blockers.
There you are.
Wonder what this card is right here.
Shoot me right out.
Oh, it's on.
We'll block this here.
If the journey doesn't get you, the road might.
My saplings.
18, 18.
No going back.
So we're just gonna stun this bad boy here.
Underestimate. I dare you.
That egg!
He's got another hapless.
They're afraid. They shouldn't be.
I face my fate. Your turn. Atone.
We need to sink as much damage in as we can. It's just if I top take a recall, this Yone could be good.
You have to get me out of here!
So many chump blockers, man. We can play 2 Katarinas this turn. Just rally and end this game. I don't really want to tap below deny though.
They'll never know what killed him. Let the bloodshed begin.
Alright, we rally. Dude, Katarina coming in clutch here. It's probably atrocity. He probably just wants to go for the win now. That he's saying. Oh, pack mentality, huh? +2 and overwhelm this round. Doesn't actually matter. Put Katarina first, then the Blade Twirler, then Yasuo.
Only fools hesitate.
Then these two at the back. That's game.
Now who's got the upper hand?
Whoa. Nice. Clean. So there you go, guys. There's
Regain my honor.
there's my Yasuo Lee Sin. Did a couple of nice little games to just showcase it in Masters on NA. So I encourage you to give it a try. If you like the video, guys, consider subscribing. That's going to help the channel grow. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.